Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Um, get your coffee, get your teas, get whatever you drink. Beverage-wise, this one's gonna be kind of fast. Just want to be a quick one. On a Saturday, what's up? How's everybody doing? Continue giving yourself those pat yourselves on the back, lifting each other up and whatsoever. Let loose, live free, right? Spreading love and good vibes and prayers and good vibrations and all that. Yeah. This one is going to be entitled The Importance of Having a Doctor and stuff like that for anybody out there. It's obvious. We all gotta do it, right? Like, if you're like me, I'm a Marine, and it always came to us like easily, because we're enlisted and that's all comes straight to us. But especially, when you get out and all that, once Marine, always Marine, Semper Fidelis, all that good stuff. But when you get to your civilian life and whatever, and you have a family like me, and, wife and a kid and all that stuff, and how important that stuff really is, flat out, and stuff to look for when switching new doctors and all that stuff. Know that if you don't like a doctor or anything like that, there's places everywhere you can utilize your computer, your phone, all that stuff, and you can find one that is fit for you. They got doctors or nurses or whatever stuff out there for everything. Therapy is really cool. Everybody does therapy. Couples therapy is really tight too. Everybody should do it. Especially if you're in a marriage like myself, it's really awesome. And yeah, totally. I feel like a dork, but I'm a certified personal trainer, and besides college grad, intern, all that good stuff, U.S. Marine, athlete, whatever. But seriously, I care a lot. I've lost people in the past and stuff. It's sad, to ODing and other stuff like that. And long story short, we all ultimately love and care for each other no matter what. Nobody wants to see anybody in the hospital or hurt or anything bad happen to anybody, or get anything, diseases or any stuff like that. Like a team, you might have problems, or in a class, you might have problems with a kid or a dude or whatever. Back in the day, you kind of outgrow that. I'm sure, hope so at least. I'm 29 years old. I've never had a problem with anybody in the first place. It's the able in me, So I'm pretty sure, I pretty damn hope, whoever you are out there, I agree with that, because that's sad for everybody, especially if you have children and other people see that. It's kind of sad. People are okay, huge red flag. You know what I'm saying? So just a little tip. Hopefully you never did do that. Judge others or bully or do any bullcrap like that for no reason. But if you did, I'll pray for you. Like I said, you should outgrow that by now. If you're in my age demographic, hopefully you never started it. But if that's the case, prayers. Matthew 5:44. Pray for those who persecute you, etc. With that being said, Corinthians 13:4-8, Psalms 91. Keep that rosary close with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm mostly just saying this. Hopefully you did. You know what I'm saying? But whoever you are out there, for everybody out there, as human beings, we are naturally loving people. Don't do drugs when you're not. When you're in the right, sober, good mindset. Or whatever. You naturally care for a fellow human being. That's just the way we are. We're not animals, literally. So that's good. So with that being said, that's kind of I do want to make this one. It's not a joke. It's not something that's obvious or any bullcrap like that. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It's very serious, and as I feel like it's also a big duty for me. Not only as I'm pretty much always a first responder because I'm in natural good shape and I'm young. Let's just say if a world war broke out, then I'm still gonna go. Even though I'm a veteran, if a world war broke out, back in the day with the drafts and all that, I'm going to go. I'm going to go fight for my family, for my country. That's why I signed up took the oath in the first place for the United States Marine Corps. Which is America branch. Department of the Navy. the few and the proud. It's the hardest branch, and it's the best branch. You know, first one's in, last one's out, but we're all brothers and sisters together. Obviously, I'm just saying that because, you know, the Army guys and Navy guys and Air Force guys and Coast Guard guys, they want to hear Marines say that. Trust me. Trust me. There's a reason why we have the hardest boot camp, 90 days, etc. And then on top of that, MCT, you already know, MOS school, then active duty, or if you get stationed at home, then you got your schooling and all that stuff too, which I'm so glad I did. Anyways, I've already went that in the past. But long story short, if something breaks out, I'm 29, I'm healthy, I'm good mentally and physically. I'm a first responder. You know, you have neighbors like that too, or you know, you just know. That's kind of the way it is, you know. So with that being said, that's why it's important too to always be. That's kind of like why PT, like almost every day too, exercise. You know, you see me out there. Well, I wanted to do a friendly message if you know. Jog. I don't jog on highways and all that, but sometimes I go in the main streets because I do when I stay on the side of the road. That bike lane, that's a walking lane too. In case y'all forgot, pedestrians always get the right of way. Whether you're walking, running, biking, whatever, scootering, you always get the right of way anywhere. Like people who, if you're driving a big weapon, you're driving a vehicle. I mean, I drive every now and then. I'm a good driver, and when I see runners and all that, I'm always like, "What's up?" Like, I boost them on. You know. I don't understand people who like give them dirty looks and stuff like that. It's like, okay, they're working out. Like, what's your problem? I don't know. Like, careful with that kind of crap too. Like, be cool. That being said, of course they're probably drunk. See, you never know. Drunk driving. Don't ever drink and drive. All right. There's a good, friendly, fatherly Saturday cool message, right? Father talk. I don't know. I am a dad. You know, I have a 6-year-old son. Yeah. God did that for a reason. Jacob Israel, David. Budu ba ka na po? Labi loka. For the billion plus. Sabablita. So like, yeah, you know what? When you see people, wave and say what's up. Sometimes, like, I always wave at people and stuff, depending on the day, depending on how, you know, I'm running. Sometimes I'm hurting too. Like, I just straightened my back a couple of days ago, because if you check on my social media, you know me. I stay on that. It's a part of my gig too, personal trainer. Which is why I'm talking about the health thing, because it's kind of my duty as well to push you guys towards the doctors. Since I don't have a PhD, I only got an associate's, right? I'm working on the masters and whatnot, but I'm a personal trainer. You know, the health and exercise, minor philosophy. So therefore, it's not me to do doctor stuff. I can do it for myself, home remedy, which I've always done for my girl and even my friends sometimes too, and of course my son. And my siblings if need be, but they don't really listen to me because you know how siblings are. Sibling rivalry kind of, and it, you know, that's just how it is being in a big family. You know, it's whatever, in a good way, you know, competition kind of stuff. And it's whatever, it's cool. Keeps it going, right? But that's why I'm talking about that too, because I feel like it's my duty to do that. So that's the last thing I'm saying about that. But yeah, well, if you do like see the bikers, oh yeah, I pulled my back skateboarding, by the way. Well, I made a vow to at least skateboard and longboard once or twice a week, because since it's something that's very close to me ever since I was little, and I love it, I enjoy it, it's awesome. Whether it be my longboard or my smaller skateboard, DGK, busting out tricks or riding on the smooth roads, even the tough roads, and I'll get my pack even. Sometimes I hit the corner store or whatever I gotta do errands wise. I gotta make a phone call, by the way. But with that being said, I pulled my back a little bit, Spider-Man style. So that's why I'm talking about this too. You know, so not everybody's a superhero. You know, we're human beings. Everybody's got their little problems and inks and stuff like that, irks, right? So that's also led me to talk about that today on this beautiful Saturday. So Hakuna Matata, you know, dude, be smart, common sense, right? Of course, I got lucky. It's just that, and then like small stuff like. Sometimes I'll eat my food too fast and I'll accidentally bite my friggin' like mouth and stuff. You know, I'm like, ouch. Yeah. Nothing serious, thank God. Amen. But even if it's not serious, whatever, obviously you should always have a primary care doctor, right? Totally. Oh yeah, and when you see people like skateboarding or whatever, or if they go across the road or stuff like that, don't be a dick, dude. Like, they always get the right of way no matter what. This isn't New York. This isn't like, you know, Detroit. There's not crosswalks everywhere. People got, you know, they get the right of way no matter what. Always remember that. You're driving a machine with, hopefully you're not fucking drinking and driving. Cause think about the other person, like the other one's like, you know, like damn, I hope this person's not swerving and drinking and stuff like that. Be careful. Like your license can take it away like that, and they can pull you over for stuff like that too. They're not gonna pull over somebody walking. Like, oh, where's your license and registration? No, because I'm walking. Exactly. They'll be like, dude, no, you're like, let's go. You're doing your thing. They got a person driving that damn thing. You're driving a weapon. All right. And that's the first thing when I first got my license when I was like 16 years old. That's the first thing my dad said too. When I was driving the big old green Expedition one day, when we were going to my mom's old work in Glen Burnie, my mom Mitchie, to church on a family. I think it was Easter or something. But I drove the family for like the first time in his big green Expedition, the same one we used to take family vacations to down to Florida and stuff. Pack 7 kids in one car. You know, yeah, dude, it was fun. It was fun, but I got to drive it, so that's the first thing he said. I'm a good driver, but that's because of things I remember being told me when I was younger. You know, stuff like, remember, you're driving a weapon. It's a big machine. You control it. It doesn't control you. So, hey, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So just remember that, and you know, root people on, no matter who you are. You know. Sometimes you'll see me when I'm running, I'll be sweating, oh my God, especially this summer, and I'll be hurting, I'll be like, you know? But sometimes, you know, I'll be waving, you catch me in a good vibe. It depends on the part of the workout you reach me on, right? So, don't everything, for anybody out there too, don't always take everything so serious. Don't always judge, and don't overthink. That's all I'm saying about that one. Amen. And what I was saying about that is be friendly. Like the names of these speeches, man. Another refresher about that. Be friendly. Kindness really does make the world go around. Gratitude really does truly reciprocate. Don't judge others. Be cool. Be short to anger. Stuff like that. Don't be impulsive. I'm really, personally, one of my goals, I still set my goals too, and as I'm also trying to work to talk to people a little bit better, you know, in a good way. No one really told me it was a problem, but I'm just doing it for myself, because you can never be too kind, right? Despite what walks of life or what life has done to you, how hard it was, or what kind of hard past you had. We all have different paths and walks of life. You can never be too kind. Quote me on that one. That's my quote. You can never be too kind. Whether you're having a bad day or a good day. And if you're having a bad day, then being kind to someone will make it turn around just like that, because you're going to start feeling it yourself. Like, hey, I'm being kind. Now this bad day, good job, you did it yourself. You turned it around by just being kind to someone. Kind to yourself too, of course. But don't be selfish, be humble, and be open-minded, and be friendly to others. Like the name of these speeches. Friendly and swagtastic, right? Wonderful and loving speeches, sessions, and whatnot. You can never be too kind, alright? Remember that one. You can never be too kind. And everybody has good and bad days, okay? So, yeah. And always remember to be smart and have a doctor, because we all love each other. And at the end of the day, like I was saying, no matter what kind of problems or thing, you don't have problems. Like, if you really think you got problems with someone or whatever, hopefully you outgrew it. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to see everybody else do good and quote unquote win and, like, you know, be successful and happy. Nobody wishes, you know, mean stuff on anybody. You know, we're human. We're naturally loving. At least I know I am. That's why God made me a father and a husband, and just a human. We're humans, all right? And that could be everybody. So no matter what kind of stuff you think you have going on with anybody out there, this goes to some people out there, crush that shit and lift each other up. Like what I always say, really do watch out and protect each other and watch over each other in a cool way. No one knows, you know, no one likes a know-it-all, you know. And remember, like college semester in high school and middle school and whatnot. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Alright, so ask away, and no one's going to judge you, and everything's going to be just fine. Alright? And of course, from the personal trainer talk to you, remember to stay working out. Do at least 3 to 5 times a week. You know, at least when you do work out, at least 20 minutes or more. And for people who are gung-ho like me and really motivated and inspiring, do be careful about overtraining as well, of course, so you don't have to do that primary care checkup. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's such thing as that, overtraining and whatnot. Hypertrophy. Yeah. Hypotrophy is not working out enough and your muscles being kind of weak. Hypertrophy is working out a whole lot, so your muscles are like, oh, alright, automatically gonna shut down and rest for a couple of days. And then you gotta, you know, do your nurture for a couple of days. Nature versus nurture. A lot of things that you hear a lot in this in these studies, this major, exercise science. Kinesiology is awesome class, by the way. Shout out. I love kinesiology. The study of muscle movements and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, this is just going to be like around almost 20 minutes. No Tai Chi today, because I'm going to do my workout as well. But, hey, you don't care about that. Have a good one. Stay blessed, you know. Be safe. Remember to care and love for people. Don't be a hater, remember. And at the end of the day, human beings are naturally loving, and we all care and love for each other. Prayers, guys. Pray for each other, right? Yeah, I pray for you guys. You pray for me, right? That's how it works. Remember to stay on your dreams and goals. Don't ever give up. Stay on your P's and Q's. 5-year plans, whatever that is. Hope you're all doing great. Remember, don't take it too serious, but take it seriously. You know how that is. Take rest and stuff like that. Nurture your mind and body and spirit in any way that you got to. And know that you are loved, honestly. Like, God does love us so much. So love yourself and love others. And practice good deeds. You know, the stuff they tell us when we're little, but that's for when we get older, so we're not going to be old biddies. You know? Practice that stuff too, man. Sing good vibrations and stuff like that. Music's really good therapy. I just want to say that too. I've been doing that ever since I was little. Listen to music. You can call it music therapy. You can call it anything like that. But the music is obviously ever since for years and years now. It's a great way to relax and take a chill pill and just you know, be one with thyself, be one with God. Whether you do it laying down, you can practice Tai Chi. You know, while you're working out, when you get really good at it, you can walk while do it. You can do it in your car. You can do it while standing. You can do it in your computer chair, work chair, whatever, or college chair, whatever. Your dorm, you know, the barracks. Fellow veterans out there. So that's tight too. When you get time, of course. Yeah. And remember, don't worry about the white noise on the side of you and the stupid remarks from the peanut gallery and the losers like that, you know, from the loser table. I know I just got done saying it, but hey, there's a reason why I'm a team captain. Ignore all that. Like what my major told me back when I was at Fort Lee, Virginia, and he saw it in me, he saw the light in me, and how I was a great Marine. I was only like a private first class at that time. I'm a corporal now, E4. But, you know, there's a time where I didn't sign out for Liberty to go into to Virginia to have a little bit of fun. Me and my other Marine did. So we got a little bit of trouble. But I explained it. It really was an accident. We were rushing out. You know, we only had this amount of time because there was like 6 of us Marines together. So obviously it was fine already. Like one person could sign out but they were kind of strict about it. It was all good. They're like that at MOS school, at active duty, Fort Lee. I learned my lesson and all that. Didn't get in too big trouble. I just got a nice little talk, and he told me they could see it in me. There were multiple officers, and they were like, they saw, and I'm a good Marine too. First class CFT. They saw I was a good Marine. Looked good, of course. I've always looked good. That's very important in the Marine Corps. Look good, you know, stuff like that. um, respectful, honor, courage, commitment, all the simple stuff. So he said, he was like, hey, and I still remember that young PFC 19-year-old me. Remember that 10 years later. Remember that to this day. And that I don't pay attention to the white noise, negativity, and whatnot on the sides of me. That's what he said. And stay focused on what's ahead of you and what really matters, and doing your job in a good way, and stuff like that. So now, I've said that before in the past in these, so I just want to say that again. So hoorah with that being said. Marines, we're not just tough. Marines aren't just tough and badass. We're actually very smart. A lot of knowledge. So, you know, that goes with the billet, with the job. Best job I ever had. So. Trying to think if there's anything else. Alright, cool. Alright, so everybody have a good one today on this glorious, beautiful Saturday. Go Ravens. I guess the first regular season game is like tomorrow or something. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. Alright, so everybody have a good one. Continue giving yourself and there others at Pasadena Athletic Training. Pat yourselves on the back. You know, look out for each other and stuff like that. Be cool. Be nice. Root each other on, like what I said. Whether you see other people exercising or what, or just say hi, try to be friendly. A good deed a day could really turn your day around in a good way. Kindness reciprocates, gratitude reciprocates. We're all naturally loving. And nurture yourself, nature versus nurture. Stay on your P's and Q's for your goals and dreams. Oh, go ahead and say people you're thankful for. I'll say mine real quick. My beautiful wife, my son, of course. My beautiful dog, Libby. My thunder buddy last night, because we've had some tropical storms lately. And my whole entire family, everybody out there. Alright? And if you don't think I love you or care about you, then I especially love and care about you, because that's how it works. Right? That's cool. I haven't said that one in a while. That's one of my quotes too. And the kind thing, what I say. We are all naturally kind people. So really, truly, kindness makes the world go around. So be kind. I just froze like that. Smile. Trick your brain. If you feel down, you can smile. Look in the mirror. I don't know. Do a selfie. Do something that I do. This is a really cool thing I do. I'm glad I do it. I really am. It's not just a career. Like, I wrap my career around my life. No, I wrap my life around my career, right? Like, that's something people should shoot to do. Don't let your job or your work control your life. It's the opposite. Your life controls your job and your work. That's it right there. So I did that right too. So stay in school so you can do something like that and you're happy. You know, something like that. All right, happy inside and out. Smile. Trick that brain and trick that brain when you're feeling down. Smile, and you can really trick that brain. Like what I said like 5 times into being happy, glad. Don't be sad. Get glad. All that corny stuff you hear when we're little, dude. It's true. Like, be cool. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't be sad. Get glad. Turn that frown upside down. Right? You can trick your brain and like do a goofy or funny face in the mirror at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like how when little babies, like we always do. At least I would. You know, goofy, funny faces to the babies and kids, and they would just like crack up and laugh. I've always done that with kids. Because I helped raise my little baby sister when she was born, and then of course my nieces and nephews, and then of course my son. So I've always been very good with kids, ever since I was 12 years old. It's just in me, because I saw my oldest brother do it, and then so being the youngest brother and being Jacob, you look at that and you learn. Plus I just love it. So it just goes back to that. To make funny faces at yourself too, and be humorous. Never forget that light and joy in you. Really comedy movies or whatever you guys like. There's stuff. Get a laugh in. Turn that frown upside down. for you adults out there, I don't know if you're of age, I don't know, have a nice cold beer. Do a beer chug, or I don't know, shotgun a beer, dude. If you want to be, you know, I used to do all that stuff in college and stuff like that, you know. I probably shouldn't say that, but fuck it, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a Marine. I don't know, with a buddy or without a buddy, whatever. Do whatever it's called. Remember the old, what me and my wife used to do and shit. She was on my freaking shoulders and we did the, what's that called? Beer chug or beer plunge? I don't know, stuff like that. Keep it out of sight from the kids, you know. A few things like that, like the inner child thing, which I always talk about, or the inner child. No, we didn't used to drink beer when we were little. Like the skateboarding thing I was talking about. Do things that really nurture and really connect with your soul and stuff like that. Maybe when you're older too. Like, of course, like we all had our college days and high school days. I don't know. Maybe bring back a good memory. Do something like that again. Or, go through some cool pictures or videos. Or turn your phones off. You know. Get out in nature, which I'm about to do. Nature, of course, the main thing. There's a reason why my nickname's Tarzan, Mowgli, ever since I was little. I was in Tanisha. Passing a car wash, always open 24/7. Get out in nature, man. Breathe in that fresh air. Look at the water. Take pictures yourself, you know, and then save it for later if you want to, but also be one with that and do it out there, by the water, at the beach, somewhere, you know, at the park. At the park, to the park. I like doing my PT, like in going to the stores and whatnot as well. Not going in them. Well, sometimes if I gotta, you know, do business, you know what I'm saying, or fill my water, you know, my Camelback or my hydration system or whatever. But usually I don't, cause you know. But I like to run near stores and stuff like that, just to like see the beautiful people, or just the stores and just see people and like hi, say what's up, you know, and be around, because I'm also this is like my hometown, so kind of like the surveyor in Friday Night Lights, how the quarterback he ended up being a surveyor. If you look at the end credits, like it's like I'm like surveying in a good way, like my community, you know. I grew up here, my hometown, so I like to go out and see everybody, say what's up, you know, or like Steve Martin from Sheep by the Dozen, you know, or like Rocky Balboa, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what I like to do too. Because it also is part of the whole experience, adventure, if you will, of my PT, my cardio, my run, which I've been doing ever since I was like, actually even before the Marine Corps. I was like 16 years old, 15 years old when I started doing that, doing my long, you know, my cardio running. And also, of course, you can mix in sprinting too. So that just goes to anybody out there. You can also sprint while you do your running. Maybe to a light post, or if you feel that, what's it called, that Holy Spirit in you, or that run high to do a sprint, get that sprint in, and then that will also help different muscles of your body and whatnot, and your heart, and etc. So that is called your anaerobic muscles, and there's aerobic muscles, you know. That's your type 1 muscle fibers, or the cardio and stuff like that. I've mentioned this in the past. Endurance, stamina, type 2 fibers, 2B, 2X, 2A, stuff like that. It's like short burst muscles, like maxes, sprinting, is all that. I'm not going to get into that. I've mentioned that before in the video, but that was just a refresher with that one too. That goes with the, you know, this exercise science. It is. It's a science. We're not just jocks, you know. We're not just. Yeah, it's tough to do. Cool. Every now and then I do enjoy a nice soda. I don't know. Didn't want to say that. I don't drink too much soda. Don't drink too much soda, right? Like what Big Daddy says, Adam Sandler. You know, your teeth will go bad. I got nice teeth. Nice strong teeth. There might be full gap. There's some hot celebrities out there, females with gaps. I'm like, yeah, I got one. So. Alright, I'm starting to get goofy up on here. I'm excited for my run. So like with that being said, go out in the nature, because it's beautiful out. Go swimming, there you go. Swimming's a great workout. Let's see, it's still warm out. God's gifted. You know, it's still September, it's still warm out. Hopefully, you know, you can go swimming. That's a great exercise and stuff as well. Basketball, all that stuff. Make sure you hydrate, of course. I had a good breakfast, you know, quick breakfast too, so it gave me energy, you know, so Remember to also take care of yourself nutritional wise. Excuse me. And stay loving no matter what, and be kind. That really shows how you are. No matter what walks of life, we've all had bad stuff happen, right? We've all lost people, but we've also had really great stuff. So remember, the good always outweighs the bad. Look at the glass half full, always, you know. And hoorah. All right, I'll see y'all later. Deuces.